be difficult to try and break, but you can see all the players now. The top of rafters going to be swinging out, trying to at least see if they can clean up a couple of these players, but the trades are just far too good currently for Crew with the spike down. Very difficult to try and collect these kills. A couple of them are weak, but a jump in right click.
It's a nice play by Mazzino. He's been one of their most consistent players recently. But sScary not giving up on it. Crws tries to go for the re-clear and gets caught by Kesnet. The trades are coming through very nicely for Crew there.
This is just sublime stuff from Crew. I mean, there's no gap in terms of how to trade.
Mazzino can put down the wall.
Incredibly deep. That's a Hunter's Fury from a pretty far off distance.
Oh, he just missed Mazzino. Both tags of the Hunter's Fury fly past Mazzino and allow him to get the plant down. Yeah. So unfortunate from foxz.
I think that was intentional from Mazzino though. He planted really deep there, closer towards the default spots, but into the back. That was a nano swarm. It's Mazzino falling.
And the defuse.
In between the defuse. Somebody needs to stop this.
Defuse.
Bammed out, but it can't do it. There's a wall in the way. Goes across away onto the A side here, but still want to take these fights. You can see still trying to ego this one. Crws gets another with the wall. Drops off one of the angles, but a bit of run and gun by Mazzino. That's a follow-up. The spray down. 2 on the round for him. He's evened it up now, 3v3.
He's looking for an opportunity to get out, caught by Nagset with the operator. And that pushes things very much in favor of Crew. They're post
incredibly risky. Oh my god, he's just...
Was that
their rip? Over the top there, onto the ropes. Skipping a hop, Mazzino.
But he's got a wall in front of him.
Yeah, the wall is such a problem. The snake bite into the corner, but he is being flanked. Every single position right now, even walking into his own snake bite. Claims the one. Under 69 health. Tap the spike now, baits out of positioning. He knows where Nagset is, but... the
idea, this is just going to be a straight up 4v5 retake. No funny business.
It's really good. Post-plan setups though, and the protocol's there. Can Surf try and at least offset with his raw mechanical skill? Making his way into the site. The spam just goes wide there, and Klaus still claims a kill, one after the other. From the high ground position, Scary. Oh, he's got a tremendous task ahead of him, and it's not quite... Rips it across over the side there. Just on the side of Klaus, actually. Still this angle not being pushed off. Nagset just holding on the left side of yellow. Moving forwards once more. It's up to Crws. Can he do anything else? The answer doesn't look likely. No one Kesnet is on the battlefield, and one after mid as well. So all this Killjoy utility is useless. Quick break on the wall though. It's necessary, and foxz is covering it. This time, looking slightly better. They're fighting before they get a chance to get in. dephh, an absolute menace. Quick whip around with the rifle, and somehow he walks away with 2 in a round before eventually going down. Bit of a pre-fire there. sushiboys has got to come up with something more.
And this is so difficult. Crew have tons of post-plant utility still. Kesnet with the fragment grenade, Klaus with 2 shocks.
It's the order utility coming through now with the Guardian.
Well, there go the shocks.
Okay. Tip-tap, there's going to be the Viper's pit drop down. Spray transfer not quite connecting, but down to that 1v1 and across the ropes. Pure silence. Jump straight into the pit and skip board at the half, and again that clash over towards B-men. We've been seeing this from time and time again, and the kills flooding one after the other. But it is just a cacophony of bullets one way and the other. Down to that 2v3 now. Crew just contacting, using his own Viper wall, waiting for Nagset to get in position, but it is being watched for.
Is it winnable with pit?
Duel though, yeah, he's got the pit online.
Hunter's
Fury. Spike. He's baited out the Hunter's Fury. He's
it's too late.
Pretty well. 2 health on the name of dephh. What does foxz choose to do? Sticking it, sticking it, sticking it, sticking it, all the way! And it's ice cold to get the...
Running away. He's here and he's forcing fights.
A lot of damage being done to Mazzino, but he heals himself back up, and Kesnet was covering that one angle on Belt. Surf is removed so early on. Your star player just being shut down over and over and over again. And as you try and gain any sort of ground, guess what? Mazzino's there once more. The rest of the squad just taking positioning and taking...
He has made this bonus round extremely winnable here for Crew. And it's again foxz trying to get himself into a ratty spot.
Over the top. foxz is lucky not to get traded there. The position wasn't quite there for any sort of swing.
30 seconds
left.
left.
The one, but it is a little bit all over the place right now from XERXIA. It feels almost just uncertain of the way they want to approach this round.
They're worried about being swarmed.
There's 20 seconds left.
The spike is not down.
No. But they're baiting and forcing out the fight anyway. Will allow them to get that spike down. foxz has to find the right angle, but he's just not got the right crosshair placement. Weaponry now in the hands of the opposition. Crew, this is a 2v2. Entirely winnable for them right now with Klaus and Mazzino on the battlefield. And look at Mazzino. This is planted in a very deep side angle. The Nanoswarm will push them off, but he's already got half on the defuse and still. Kill goes down onto Klaus. One shot being found, but it's a doubled up.
Mazzino is going to neutralize one of the best candidates. 0 Point finding all 5 players, though.
5 players. I mean, how often do you see this? And it has just devolved into chaos. Pandemonium onto the site, but it's eventually going to get given up. So XERXIA will have control of the site. The spike starting to go down. No commando, it's going to be ripping through waves.
And the flank as well.
And this flank is everything. Exit. Trying to find a line of sight angle onto one of these players. Fox is in a lot of trouble, but they are just timing in each other. He misses it to spray down, eventually claiming that kill.
And the noose is tightening around XERXIA here.
Yeah, the players have got to start to feel the pressure.
Last player standing.
Surf eventually will fall, not before he gets the one, and the spray just can't find itself. That is going to be the round.
They picked this map for a reason, but I don't think they would have been expecting there's no duelist comp.
All the way up until he can get the stuns off. Mazzino falls, Teltic is down to him to try and anchor it to the back of the sights, but well, kills all over the place. There was an attempt as well to try and take a lobby control. I was taking some fast control at the back of the site, but he is shut down just as fast, and that is going to be XERXIA taking that pistol. Still, it's not going to be pushing back XERXIA. In fact, they still want to be trying to take this one. You can see the paranoia, all the utility being chucked into the back of the site. What is that spray down?
That's so good.
Bullet's just landing exactly where he needed it, because it is still being a thorn in the side of this setup. Eventually goes down, and there is no return fire from Mazzino. He tried to supplement it, he tried to help out his teammate, but just down to Delzik now.
Planted.
And in fact, Crew are not even fighting for any of these rounds.
Whoa! No way!
The Rolling Thunder!
How the hell did that happen? Ken's just got pushed forward.
He got launched forward.
And then the flash doesn't even do a thing. sushiboys already into the site.
And it feels like the entry is just helping him so much more. Look at them
toying with
them.
Toying with him. Is this the same team that we've just watched on Icebox? The same team that just got absolutely devoured.
I don't think they're meant to.
One way to the next.
And now the panic sets in.
Yep, Fox is whiffing every shot, and Kessler takes him out. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever seen a player with the ability to get behind the enemy team so often. And yet he just seems 50-50 on the win rate.
Yeah, well, it's looking almost certainly wrapped up as far as rounds go for Crew. Say that though, Scary in the clutch. Listen, a 1v5 would be quite the tremendous thing. Quite a difficult task. Fake TP, just to keep the opponents guessing. They are slowly creeping up onto us now into the post plant.
Look at how sushiboys is setting up here to fight with Scary. They know that there's going to be an null command coming in, so they want to force the fights early on.
And these shots, they can try and defend it down one after another. Absolutely everything for them. But did he respect it enough timing? And it is being watched for. Keslet's there. Spray down. Damage done. Mazzino is low. Eventually returns the kill. Player's being dropped down to the floor. The wall's up, but not enough portions broken. It's being diffused in the face. At the end of it, Crew weak. It's all about this retake now. How are Crew going to be choosing to take this one? Close, a slight adjustment of the movement. sushiboys is dealt with easily. Done! And Scary left alone. Last player standing. Close to default, not enough. He was being over. Does disrupt that defuse for about a moment, but Mazzino gets right on it once more. Aftershock, that's from Garage. The angle's there, and shots are being found. Fox, he's worked his way in, but it is half on it. Sticking it through Mazzino, he lets it go. And it's just him against the world. The running and gunning half on it. He's forced it into Scary. Does he have enough time? The answer is no. Trademark off to the side. Fragment Nate doesn't actually do enough to stop any of these players. XERXIA are still making their way through, wading through all this utility with the Aftershock as well. Now they're contacting in, trying to cut the noise, but the players are already holding. Mazzino's there with the rifle. Klaus swings into the side of it with the Nightfall scattered across. XERXIA still are able to collect a couple of kills, but it's down to just the 2 players. And the spike is not down.
Crew are backing up though.
Last player standing.
Oh, well, apart from Mazzino, who goes for this one. But playing the 4v2 or now 4v1 retake, definitely the percentage play. Comes up by contacting through. XERXIA are really responding well to this.
Yeah, and they are just so aware of the possibility where the players could be. It's a cleanup for them.
XERXIA now with pretty good information, and there's 30 seconds left. 3 players anchoring the site.
And this angle is just disgusting to try and play around. foxz has already claimed the kill off of it, and he's got the Seekers inside the smoke. This is why you're seeing these players spam it one side and another. They do deal with sushiboys, but it's down to Klaus, and he knows positioning.
Teleport's ready.
He's so weak.
Seconds in the round. He's so...
Is this the stun lineup?
Surely not.
Doesn't look like
They
it.
go for it. Guys to the side, they TP into their own smoke, they die, they glide across the map. What is occurring? sushiboys has claimed 2, and it is chaos. Crws has got the operator in his hands, but there's a wall in the way. If claims his reward for sticking around, eventually they'll back away. He wants to get back onto that angle, and well, all this is going on, okay.
And here it is, the heavy hitters turning up for Crew, finding those opportunities in the scrappy moments where their team needs it. Kesnit is just trying to take A on his own.
Yeah, I mean, the man's just walked all the way through there with the Nightfall, only latched onto the one player. There is positioning for them. That smoke is missing. Still, they collect the kill. Doesn't matter. Again, a teleport out of Surf. Has to back away, but this is really quite dangerous now for Crew. You want to be putting all the pressure on all the players, still trying to hold behind the box, but they just cannot stand up to it. The crossfire is too much. Even with the poor weaponry, the overdrive is enough.
XERXIA have broken the back of Crew here.
Oh boy.
Nax as well getting headshot.
Trailblazer's gonna go. He was low enough to go down, but a shot through the wall does a significant amount of damage. But at this point, where's gonna be the face? There it is.
Same kind of setup.
That's the question. Flash over to through. That's onto the corner. The C's! It latches onto them. foxz just couldn't quite hit the ground. Fully inaccurate. And it has thrown so much chaos into the mix. Crws. Really smart.
He's smart. And here it is. The Rolling Thunder used in such an unconventional way.
The players are pushed into really difficult angles. The aftershock breaks it up. Stun as well, one after the other. And this could be it. The final blow is necessary. Nax has lurked and worked his way deeper into the mat. Deltic tries to just... There is tempo right behind this one. Damage, though, is being done. Surf is in so much trouble, and what a haunt. Lights up the world for them. Crws still finding all the damage in the world. Off the back of this one, the Prowler is going to be connected. Got to be careful not to expend too many bullets, but just enough left in the clip, and Klaus...
Deliver big blows occasionally.
Now you're starting to see the breach at play, though. God, Deltic watches it. There was nothing to really push players on that angle, but they are going to spam just the common position that's being played, and that is really good movement once more. XERXIA working their way through the choke point.
Such a good bait and switch, right? Through the smoke. And foxz comes as the backstab.
It's all coming together right now for XERXIA. So he locked down, it has to be a bit of presence, a bit of pace injected into that one as Crws did info.
Oh, it does.
Just a one, actually.
But you still know that foxz was in this area. And foxz
confirms
confirms it.
Anyway, he's got the teammate to back him up. Angles are being watched for. That is the site controlled. We're able to get the spike down.
Kesnit.
Just everything's whiffing right now. Now the Nightfall into the stuns. Really difficult to try and overcome this one. Klaus has to do the most, and he does it. The reset of the aim. The spray down for 2. He defends his site. You will not be taking this away from me, but XERXIA still a bit of skin in the game. There's 15 seconds left into the round, and there's an ult online to be able to pivot all the way to the A site. It's going to be free for them.
And no one read it in the moment. I think that final kill from sScary got the ult online. So it wasn't something...
Players at his one way is brutal. Turret's going to be dropped down. Doesn't really spot anybody. The paranoia as well goes so wide. And timing is really everything. foxz has revealed his position to a degree. The horn comes through, but it is planted out in the open. And they are not watching for it, but still to try and survive it. Braverman goes off to the side. It's going to stop players pushing him right there, but right from behind in market. Because it does claim the one, but he doesn't have too much more to his name when it comes to the weaponry. And you're right, Josh. Time has run so low, and they have not dealt with these anchoring players. We're going right into the maw. Beautiful setup there.
The breaks here. Now Crew are going to be forced to look for info, and they're punished.
The jiggle peaks. Just making sure that they can check, are they still there? Which way are they? And at the end of the day, it's XERXIA. The mechanical ability finally shining through.
30 seconds left.
Surf leading the charge as well, making sure he can claim all sorts of kills. Cloudburst moving forwards, but guess what? Every single angle of it being watched carefully. Nax is the last player standing for his team. Sort of overstepping himself though. sScary is weak.
No such luck.
All that utility being used to just Again, push back any sort of attempt at the execute. You see the Nanoswarm that was used prior, but they still want to go in anyway. It's going to be that A-split. Surf's already working his way through, a bit of a jump peek, but still unable to remove Nags. At least not until now. A 1-for-1 trade, a bit of a dash to the side. Kesnet will survive, and a spike is dropped down to the floor with 20 seconds remaining. It's a wraparound.
It's a wild flank from both teams here. sScary was on a crazy late lurk. And he threw his paranoia, giving away his position. And now this is unwinnable.
Yeah.
7 seconds left. sScary still hasn't lost a 1v1, but not the same stat fake B. If they go here, they just have to commit.
You have to go all in. Cloudburst is there, and it's spam coming through. Surf tries to dash into his own smoke, but the angle is being watched for once more. And foxz is so weak. It's been just beamed down to the double digits, and again, almost paid for it with his life. The Horde, though, does give good information, and even the Aftershock as well does force the positioning for a favorable fight onto the side, but they still have to deal with Mazzino. sScary playing up close into the smoke. He could get the spray down that he was looking range. Okay, but they want to go fast anyway. Wait out the Prowler. There's the second one that comes through, and a Horn dash over the top, and that paranoia is excellent.
What a set play.
Yep, Klaus just could not see a thing. Okay. Bit of spam damage there. The stray bullet does catch onto one of the targets he was looking for, with the rifles in their hands. They're going to be swapping it around, making sure that they get some upgrades onto the site with the spike planted. Could be exactly what XERXIA ordered.
And the Crew retakes were not looking good on Haven, but we've already seen them perform much better here on Ascent.
Shock into the corner of the blades. Put away for but a moment. Still 1 or 2 left remaining, and now regenerated. Back in his hands. Kesnet can do some serious damage into the smoke. That's going to be common for, but Crws, he claims one of his own. The right click misses, and the run and gun. Oh, it's sScary who gets it. Rolling Thunder on top of it, just to see.
Anywhere with the spike here. He has his Omen ult.
Players going to be opting to just try and take control of market there, but the paranoia rips across now to Nightfall. This is to try and stop this. Frontline as well. Surf is really in a dangerous situation. Haunted up, fully revealed, locked down onto the site. All the utility is just absolutely wrangling them.
But these players are not leaving A. sushiboys coming back through here, expecting A to be open, but they still get the kill on Kesnet.
Yep, and Crew are just holding down the angles. You're completely right, Josh. They're expecting the over-rotation. 12 seconds remaining. And it's being watched for. sScary had
the most important round of the entire match. And its aggression immediately coming out.
Oh, it's
the
so
shark
fast.
attack.
The pace is just injected into it. A
Crew
flash to
read
the
it.
side, and they have read it.
Completely.
Absolutely absorbing the aggression right into them.
Coming back.
Baiting the trap.
And that has got to be the most common pistol round strat that we see out of defensive-sided teams if they're going to run a set play. And Crew read it like a book.
That is a great opening for them. Already with this 2-round lead. Look at Orbit.
Barring the Crws 1v5.
Oh, yep.
Which he's found a headshot to begin.
Ah, yep. Okay. That's all.
But in the meantime, it's Nags holding down A main. No way!
No
what an
way!
entry from Kesnet.
And Crws he just acts to try and spam this one down. This could be it. The backbreaker. What a way to open it. What an opening in this bonus. No commands popped off. Doors being closed on a couple of his teammates there, but even with the one-ways in their face, but that spike is going to start to get planted. Position needs to be held, Surf. That's just a bit of a pre-fire, I think. It does look goes down nevertheless.
Can sushiboys find his pick onto Kesnet?
So
Does he have the awareness?
To clear it?
Oh, he has no idea.
Not a clue. Not a clue in the world. And Kesnet, all he needs to do here is survive. Cloudburst is going to be hiding his position, and I think a call has been made to save.
It feels like the end of every bonus round that we've seen so far. There has only been, there's been an astounding amount of bonus rounds converted in this series. They weren't putting the alarm bot in mid.
Creeping, crawling, multiple fights that might be about to take place!
And Nax wins it!
An equal exchange on a different sides of the map. The Crws is going to be swinging out wide. Just return the fire. Nice stun as well. He hopping into the paranoia there. Players are really locked up and they have nowhere to run.
Nope.
He heard it. He heard something at least. A bit of running gun to avoid and evade. Dodging, juking, just needs to survive. But Crew, one after another. It's down to Crws. He's got the ultimate, he's got the weapon. But he's got to just fight through tooth and nail every single position. The crossfire locked down. And that